I'm gonna do a vlog. Concerned about that cricket. So what are we doing today?
We've got a speed economy day today, and on Thursdays we work on turnover and economy. So there's 4 to 6. Typically we're supposed to do 6 of these, but it is 83 degrees and I have no idea what the humidity is at.
It's a lot. I think we left it was like 81, 82 degrees.
So we're just gonna do 4 of these, and they're basically working on, we're on a track that's not a 300-meter track. They're gonna do 2 discrete pace changes in this stride. And what we're working on here is feeling the ground, having a relationship with the ground, pushing off the ground, and understanding the basics of gait, what a gait is and what ground strike is, and how you get power and how you create economy. There's a lot packed in those words.
Muscle memory feel.
There's muscle memory feel, but also bringing conscious effort to the game so you can feel and sense that you have power.
Yeah.
And when you have that ability, then you're able to distribute that power, whether you're running marathon pace or you're running as fast, nearly all out. And they're meant to get near all out, but today is a day I don't think we're going to see that level of effort because of just the heat.
So we're doing 300s?
300s, yes.
And a float in between?
No, it's a full maximum recovery. So they have over 325 meters of recovery. Walk a little bit, then it's full recovery. This is not you don't want to think of this as a traditional workout. It is a speed economy session where all we're focused on is the 300 that we're doing at that moment. And then the rest is just to be ready for the next discrete 300-meter section. Okay. So it's not about stringing together like you see in most interval sessions.
Cool.
This is really unique speed economy designed for that. You might think of it like max reps for somebody who's in the gym at lifting. They might do 3 sets of 12 normally in something, but then every once in a while they'll do a 4 to max to see where they've gotten, and that's kind of what this work is.
Oh, cool. A benchmark.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
In there. That's your goal. Now you were going way too
So it's
fast.
more like... How many do we have? 4 to 6? Yeah, 4 is my last.
Some of our secret sauce at Runtex is I knew that if Runtex was going to put a race on every weekend, you're going to wear everybody out. You can't keep asking for sponsors, you can't keep asking the media, you can't keep getting volunteers. But if each nonprofit put one on a year, their circle of influence would show up.
Welcome to the shoe business. This is a vlog that I want to start. I'm really excited about it for a few reasons, and I'm going to make this intro brief. The reason that I want to do this so much is that I believe that the company of which I have the privilege to operate and design footwear for, which is called Atreyu Running Company, we produce footwear, has lost its personality over the past few years. And one of the things that I miss the most or kind of think about a lot, in year 1, we started February 20th, 2020. So that was our first pre-sale. We sold a lot of shoes under a wacky business model. It was a subscription series, and it got a lot of press and a lot of acclaim in the industry and critique in the industry, and it was just a fun time. And didn't necessarily have much of an expectation for the company. I did not want it to fail, but I did not think that it was necessarily destined for greatness at the time, because I had close to no experience back a few years ago. So rewinding the clock, just a small piece of context. Prior to starting Atreyu, I was a hot dog salesman. I call myself a hot dog salesman because that's kind of an elevated way of saying you're the hot dog guy, and I really loved it. Everything about it I loved. I did not love the restaurant industry, but I loved the idea of being the hot dog guy, and it was just so much fun. I had the privilege of opening up a restaurant in Southwest Louisiana in a town called Lake Charles. I was doing a lot of training, triathlon training, running routine was on point, and loving life. And then the opportunity came to sell the restaurant for a small profit. And it's not enough to like retire off on. So what I did was I just kind of like stashed it for a rainy day. Kind of took a breather, did a Vipassana retreat, came back and started playing music. In that area, there's casinos and restaurants and bars and stuff, and not a shortage of live music. So I put my music degree to work, went to play a little over 500 shows in 2 years. Somewhere along the way, as the training was ramping up, I was playing a lot of gigs. I realized that I didn't want to be out until midnight. I wanted to dedicate and immerse fully into this endurance routine. I have this rule. If you think of something about 3 times over the course of, let's just call it a year or maybe 2 years, and it viscerally hits you in the gut. Let's say you want to start a restaurant. That's an easy one. Maybe you work in a restaurant and you have this dream of starting your own. The first thought is like, let's just put that to the side. I don't have the skills, resources, or money to start a restaurant. It's a very typical thought process. Put it away. A few months later, it comes back. Man, I really just wish I could start my own restaurant. You kind of reluctantly put it away this time because you know that it's a desire and it's kind of like not going away, and you think about it periodically. But you do it anyway. A few months after that, it comes back. And around that time, there's a change. There's something that says like, you know what? I just need to go over that wall. I need to figure it out. It's typically the time that I start to kind of put things on an Excel spreadsheet. I love Excel. I love building little micro business plans around ideas, and this is exactly what happened to the footwear love that I had developed over the training routine. I was trying on some Hoka Clifton 4s and the Saucony Kinvara and all these different styles of shoes, and I was going into the scientific research studies and looking at them. How are they produced? What's going on? And I just was absolutely in love with it. And I found myself going to Starbucks for like 5 hours a day just doing the research, not really telling anybody that I was going to do this. Very scared idea, kind of just like, I'll kill some time, do the research, do the homework, put it down on a spreadsheet, whatever I could find. Then eventually there's that time where I was like, you know what, life is too short. Let's just go full in, make a commitment, move to Austin, get a job at a running store, just get some public accountability, so to speak, where you just kind of speak it into the world. And it took me a long time because I thought people would laugh at me and all that great stuff. But, 3 years later, 4 years later, maybe almost 5 at this point, it's been a wild journey. And I'm so thrilled that I did it. It has given me an endless amount of self-esteem, and it's almost like getting some type of a self-start MBA of sorts, of which I think from a topic standpoint on the vlog would be fun to cover. So who's this for? I'm an age group triathlete and runner. I love it. It's a part of who I am. I see myself as there's age group racing. I take it very seriously, and there's a lot of folks out there. I'd love to incorporate that idea, mixing that into the balance of life, kind of an idea around what is age group racing and taking it seriously, and then also bringing the stressors and everything else in life. So then there's the business part. I really love the business aspect of learning and doing business and learning what I am learning. Yesterday I was on the phone for many hours with a foreign agency about VAT, and I never thought that I would be, remitting, import fees based off of purchases made into another country, and learning that process is fascinating. Maybe it's not cool enough for the vlog, but maybe the stressors of learning would be. So the business side of it. So I have this age group triathlon and running races kind of like lifestyle meets this business, and I've managed to kind of build a personal life somewhere in there. Recently got married to Lena. She's my beautiful wife, and I'm just so thrilled about where I've ended up and what this opportunity has given me. My hope is that maybe I can give a little bit of perspective and context to somebody else who wants to go big, dream big, start something, maybe reach a little bit, get a little bit out over the skis, go down the mountain kind of an idea. Maybe you want to start your own restaurant and you just want somebody to relate to. Maybe you're in the age group triathlon scene and you want to know what it's like to balance that in a job that's incredibly stressful. And then the theme on some of this is that I think that in the past probably 2 years, I've gotten a little bit big for the britches and thinking like this is a real brand. Like, my goodness, like it happened. Like the impossible became possible, which is mind blowing. And somewhere along the way, I just kind of stopped to smell the roses. And what happened in that process is I think I lost a lot of personality. I think I've lost a lot of the something that was really special in the first years. We put everything on camera. We kind of showed the behind the scenes, and it was fun to watch a scrappy little company. And I think it's something that I truly miss, and this is an outlet for me personally that I hope can benefit others, maybe give some context and some shared experience to others. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity. We're just going to crack into it and see where it goes. We do a lot of projects like these, and we've quit a lot of projects like these. So my goal is to be resilient, persevere through what I'm not going to try and make something successful. I'm not going to try and manufacture something to grow the YouTube channel. I just want to do something that has good context and something that I miss in this side project. I love editing, I love filming, I love the equipment, and I love going out there and telling stories. We're just going to see if we can do that again. We'll talk to you soon. I think that's what I say. This is just the intro. Let's get going.